Hello people. This video was a long time coming, part 8 of the series that has been left more or less in pause. I want to continue this series with personal stories and advice if I can fathom any proper advice for it, but in order to do that I need people to share their stories, so send them over to my email. You will of course remain anonymous. I have to apologize to this person for not making the video sooner, as it took me some good time to get this free time in order to do this. Because this type of videos require work and the other ones take about half an hour or so of my free time to make, so they just come a bit easier. Without further ado, here's what he has to say. Hello Sir Nico. When I was a kid, I used to be afraid of people. I used to hide from them at bus stops. I eventually got over that fear and jumped into another one when I tried making friends and was rejected by everyone, which in turn is where the bullying started. They would mispronounce my name, screw up my last name, and label me as a weirdo to everyone. It was like their way of singling me out, making me the outcast. In the second grade, I got death threats, and through elementary to middle school, I got the crap beaten out of me, and I'd go home with bruises and cuts. The teachers would ignore me and say that I was making it all up, or they would tell me to stop acting up. All of this compounds as every time history came up in class, the teachers would talk about men as if they are the plague, as if every wrongdoing is male, like the problem has a male face. The message was beaten into my head through the teachers that men are scum, men are bad, men are blah 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 blah. So all of the bullying that I got and the messages from teachers saying men are scum compounded into I'm a man, therefore I deserve the beatings, verbal abuse and bullying my peers give me because I'm a man, and that means I'm a monster. It dragged my self-esteem down and I began to be cold to people, push everyone away because I was afraid of them, getting close and seeing that I'm indeed the monster I thought I was. The prospect of a woman getting close to me terrified me. In 6th grade, I decided to open the barrier only a little bit, and I started talking with a female peer, and as I started talking more, the class tried setting us up together. We got somewhat close, and then someone spread a rumor that I said she was my girlfriend, and the next day she swore me out in front of the class, and everyone was laughing. Turns out, they set me up to get publicly humiliated. I once again closed off the barriers, made sure nobody got in this time. I always had rumors spread about me by women, and the verbal abuse I got from women felt worse than the physical abuse I got from everyone else. It felt like it would never stop, the rumors, the attacks and the public humiliation. I noticed the worst abuse came from the women, and it felt like they were getting their men to go after me. One of them was smiling as I got the crap beaten out of me. I started to feel burned out and beaten by the world as I kept seeing myself as a monster. I mean, in my mind at the time, I must deserve what's happening to me, otherwise they wouldn't do this to me, right? I am scum. So that's why I deserve to be beaten and humiliated. After years of being beaten, ridiculed, I just wanted to run away and live in the forests. I felt that sting in my heart, like everyone hates me, especially the women. They're all probably the same, all women are the same. And I just hated women. Sure, the men were bad, but they didn't fuck with my emotions, make me question who I was. It wasn't just the academics telling me that men are scum and pushing that message through my brain. Real life did that too. Skip a few years later, and I'm in the middle of high school, and I see my pen pal posting a video about feminism and the disposable male. And he helped me find the missing piece I was trying to find this whole time. After that, I saw Barbarossa, Stardust, and you, Sir Nico. My anger towards women increased twofold for making me believe I was a monster, for lying to me all these years and learning their true face. My red pill moment was there all my life, but I couldn't see it. Even now, I still detest women, yet at the same time, I still want intimacy, or at least want to try it. I never fucked, kissed, or even hugged a woman, but I want to. Thanks to the red pill, my barriers are higher than ever. And I'm still deep into the stage of red pill rage for 4 years now, though some I could say I've been living it all my life. The moral of the story is, when you're beaten down by the world and you have lies shoved down your throat, you become a prisoner to that sorrow and pain. MGTOW and the Red Pill freed me from that hell. While I'm still in Red Pill rage, I have been battering myself and actually starting to smile for probably the first time in my life. Thank you for reading my message. Take care. Sincerely, Anonymous. P.S. I hope I'm not pestering you, Sir Nico. I just felt it appropriate to give you my story of the Red Pill, and I believe in you. You inspired me to look into why I feel this despair. Thank you. Right here, I'm just gonna pause a minute and just say this out loud. Dude, no one is pestering me really. The problem is I have very limited time and it's difficult for me to answer back as quickly as I was once able to do so, because in essence my new job is eating all of my free time. I'm not an inspiration to anyone and I should not be an inspiration, and I want this message to be drilled into everyone. I'm a normal dude with a mic speaking my mind. Anyone can do this. To borrow from another conversation I had with another guy in the MGTOW community, he told me how it was an honor to talk to me, and I told that young man the following. Right now, on my left, there are 10 bin bags full of shit. In my room, the room that I sleep in, there are 10 bin bags in it. My life is messy, disorientating, and smelly. There's nothing to look up to here. We're men, all of us, trying to find direction in life. I offer no answers. In the majority of my videos, I hope I bring forward disagreements and questions in your minds, so I hope I at least can achieve that. But honestly, I'm not an inspiration. With Mr. Anonymous we exchange many emails. I'm cutting and pasting some of them here to add to the content of this video. So here we go to the next part. This girl, she tries opening up to me, and I mean she just tries full stop, but I was too afraid to connect from all that bullying. I couldn't open up. I was afraid I was opening up myself to being attacked, so I grew up becoming cold to others. I never let anyone in. I was afraid, so I just pretended to be an adult, just being outwardly cold and trying to be super professional, cold cut, only the facts. I ignored everyone, but especially women, because I was afraid they'd tear my mind apart. I just would run away, and they'd follow. I never understood that. They would tell me these feelings they had for me, they felt so charged, and I would always tell them that, you think you love me, but you just love what I represent. I'm nothing to you, just an idea, not even a person. And that was when I was a kid, and as a teen, I only got colder. I thought it would keep me safe, but then I felt pieces of myself die off. I spent my life alone, pushing everyone away. I thought better to starve myself than get rejected or abandoned. I learned to run away, and even now, I feel I'm still running away. When I swallowed the Red Pill, it's been a year, and my opinion of women just turned into every one of them is evil. It was easy just to label them, so I could run away. Then my acquaintance from middle school shows up, and I never noticed her back then, but apparently she loved me then and loved me still. I asked my teachers of the time and they confirmed that she did, and I ignored her. She went out of her way to be with me, always hugging me, and I felt I didn't deserve this because I was a monster. I was cold and needed to run away. The emotions welled up inside me and they felt sweet, but I fought against them. She even met my mother to get her approval, and my mom approved. She kept telling me every day she loved me. I don't know, it seemed not real. I've been beaten all of my life, stomped on, and now I'm being told that I'm loved. I fought it. I pushed her away, and she'd pull even closer. It hurt to feel. I felt myself falling for her, and she had no cruelty in her. She really meant what she said. The whole class knew it too. I hate these memories because I have more of these swimming in my mind and heart. Just typing this out is making me feel that pinch in my stomach and the water in my eyes. I remember an Asian woman went after me too, but I ran away from her too. We always rode the bus together, but after talking to her, I felt I was getting too close, and I ran. I would avoid the bus. I'd walk home and just run away. The point of this email is, you were right, it hurts to feel, and I'd rather run away than face my demons. I see women, I still feel that I want to connect. I just can't. For some reason, when I'm near women, they smile and blush at me and trying to get my attention. I don't know what to do really, except for run away from them. I never imagined myself being a coward who is afraid of affection, seeing it as an attack. Anyway, this has become already too long a message. I would very much appreciate your 2 cents on this, as an outsider's perspective is welcome greatly, and thank you for reading my message. Have a nice day, or whatever time it is in your time zone. To make this message end, what advice do you have for a man like me? Thanks in advance. Alright, these are a couple of emails combined and edited together. First of all, thank you Mr. Anonymous for your emails and for sharing your story. I know it must not have been easy for you to do so. I think putting words to describe emotions is an especially difficult thing to do as a man, especially since the whole world is telling you that you don't have any, or that you're too weak and you don't want to show any. You're right though. There is fear in you, and the fear is that of rejection and that of affection. You rightly described it. You got bullied at school, you got tormented by other children, and I don't exactly understand the reasons why. Children seem to single people out every now and then, children that are different, and they attack them for that very reason. Those times of hardships shape the shell that you're now wearing. The majority of us, when faced with a situation that is bad, we learn to distance ourselves from it. And if we can't avoid it, we create our masks of sanity, our shields of no feelings, and we go on. Some people in the community confuse this with Stoicism, which I believe is in error. Stoicism comes from within. This one is refusal to feel anything at all, and it is a very common coping strategy that many employ. Now you have moved on from school, you have time to reflect on those years and those experiences, and you can see how those experiences have shaped who you are now. You said that since taking the red pill, you have been living in full rage mode, and you have become even more distant of women. In actual fact, over the years you have been distancing yourself away from women because you don't want to feel that moment where everyone ridiculed you in school. Perhaps inside of you there is still this kid that is afraid to get hurt again. And you know what? In actual fact, you're way ahead of everyone else. You can at least relate to that boy inside of you. You still know he's in there. You have been hurt, but that kid is lurking about. And that boy is still trying to find understanding for all the things that have happened to him. Things that have affected him and have caused him emotional turmoil. It is my belief that a man is not a grown-ass, mature, untouchable force. It is a boy in a man's body, unaffected by the outside world, constantly searching through questioning and ingenuity his life's purpose, until he eventually realizes that searching is the purpose. There is enjoyment in searching, questioning, and experience that comes from living life. You asked me what advice I would give a man such as yourself, and I'm sure if you have been on my channel from before, you have heard the stories of the abuse that I received from home, beatings that I received as a child from other children, and how I dealt with it. I actually dealt with things in the wrong way. I broke when I realized that pain was not just coming from the outside, but was also coming from my family too. When I understood that pain was simply a part of life, a part that was unavoidable, I embraced it, and the pain went completely away. It made me a weird guy, a guy that would take nothing seriously. My way of dealing is like looking at the opposite side of the coin from your life, and it definitely is not a better side either. Because I blocked the pain so much, it took away a part of me, and you said in your email that you felt pieces of you die off. In my life, when I decided to live and love and experience the world, every hardship felt like pieces of me were dying off too. It felt that this experience hurt me so much that I would not allow myself to feel again. I would block it, joke about it, express a brave face outwards, and keep doing it so much that I felt completely numb. I would be the funny guy, I would laugh, but the laughter would not feel like very much inside of me. I entertained everyone. I would joke about things that hurt. I joked about life and about death, and inside of me, I would find it hardly easy to see any reason in living, yet I took it day by day. And I was barely getting by until I would get fed up of all the monotony and attempt once more to find pleasure through outside experiences, and those experiences always involved women. I know what you feel now. Your human experience is incomplete. You hypothesize that there is another level of happiness and love than the one that you're able to experience right now. You think that perhaps that could exist in the realm of the feminine, if only you could trust them enough again. And it's not just you that has these thoughts. I have them too. Every now and then they cross my mind, and every now and then I go out and I get it. The difference is that I have experienced it, I have lived it, and I know that you're right. There is this artificial pleasure, the pleasure that I talked about in the Please Love Me video that I put out recently. And there is nothing wrong with experiencing women. There is nothing wrong with having a relationship. I would go as far as to say there is nothing wrong with falling in love. More mature guys than myself, such as Warhorse, will say as much. But you need to know who you are first. And that is not to say that you have to find yourself first in order to experience these things, or to go after women, or to seek pleasure in any other shape or form, such as doing sports or activities that you love. All these things need to happen simultaneously. Right now, I know that I have shitloads of work to do. I have to move to a new apartment. I have loads of packing to do. And all of these things will get done. But as I'm reading this out, there is no thought of packing in my head. As you're listening to this video, focus on the small things, on the sound of my voice, the picture on the computer screen. The world outside is gone. What you have to do, how you want to live, all these things fade. Your experience is here and now. You exist at present time in this moment, and so do I. What do I mean by this? There is no point in thinking of what ifs. There is always good reason on having the red pill information in your head. There is reason on understanding the reality of things. But then again, the what ifs. What if I get hurt by talking to women, or having sex with women, or being close to women, or studying this subject, or being this person or that person, or working out or not working out, cleaning or not cleaning? The potentialities of life. The mindset of every person on the planet is to live in the past or the future and never experience the present. Now you're here. What you do with the now is up to you. Take every moment as the now and act in the future as to how you experience the now. The past has shaped your thoughts, but it has no bearing in who you are right now. If every moment is unique, you have total control over it. I'll give you a minute to think about that. The fear of what the experience might bring to you in the future blocks you from experiencing life to the fullest. And I don't mean this in the immature and Hollywood sense. I mean this in the selfish, egocentric sense. You don't have to live life as everyone else does. You don't have to experience all the things everyone else has. To be fair, if you live in the moment, you will experience a lot more. The point of this is to understand that your life is yours. You don't live someone else's life. You don't live someone else's dreams. The only life that you should live is that is yours. The goals that you set for yourself are the ones that make sense only to you. And if you go on to get sex or love and get heartbroken, yeah, it will suck. But understand that the experience was just for you. It has no effect on you. You live in the moment, and that moment is now gone. That's all that thing was, an experience. You will feel brave enough to take on the world if you think like this. I hope this made sense. I really do. Stay safe, brother, and thank you for listening. Continue sending me your emails, guys. As always, the email is in the description. I will not be uploading content until backgrounds and art come in. Hopefully I will get something soon. I will also be moving to a new address, therefore I will have no internet for some time, and additionally I will be focusing on upcoming interviews that I have with relation to work. So I think it will be at least 2 weeks until the next video. Maybe I will upload a filler or something in between, but even in my absence, please share these videos. Help someone in need. Pass on the MGTOW and all the love. And above all, if you find anything here that has personally helped you, help this channel grow. Take care.